Hello comrades, this is General Luigi, and welcome to Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. Oh, hello there! I've been hired to tend to Pokémon, so that's why I've been doing this whole time. Were you folks wanting a Pokémon too? Sure. That's so. It's a shame, but they're all gone. They've all been taken away somewhere, every last one. Okay, so, yeah. The real reason we're here is that there is usually one DNA sample. If we're lucky, there would be a second one in here, but obviously we are not lucky. Well, we're lucky enough to catch a Pokémon. Anything down this way? No, didn't think so. Alright, and... yep. It's off-limits beyond here! What, and the rest of the lab wasn't off-limits? Because your comrades gave me every reason to believe that the entirety of this lab is off-limits. Okay, so I'm willing to bet that that Fortress is a Shadow Pokémon, judging by its level. But first, let's deal with that Pupitar. Okay, yes! Shadow Pokémon. Yeah, we'll start with a Psybeam. Shouldn't be enough to take Fortress out. Bubble Beam on Pupitar, on the other hand, should be more than enough. Rock and Ground, that's just asking for a water move. Excuse me. And with that, Espeon is now at level 44. Lovely. Zubat. I really shouldn't complain. It's not as if we've seen that many of them in this game. Now, if this were a conventional Pokemon game and we had to go through caves, we'd probably see enough of them for them to be annoying. Okay, I'm thinking one more Psybeam. That should bring Fortress within manageable levels. Octillery, Psybeam on Zubat. Zubat's part poison, so it should do bonus damage. Alright. Hope Fortress will snap out of its confusion quickly, though. Don't want to risk it knocking itself out. Alright, and that's another one that we'll be able to take out very easily. That could be problematic. Let's go ahead and put that Ultra Ball to good use. No, not a Psybeam. We want an Aurora Beam against Swablu. Will it work? I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. Okay, yeah, didn't think so. Just don't knock yourself out, alright, Fortress? Because I want to help you. That could be bad. That could be really bad. Bling. Another Shadow Rush will probably knock Fortress out, and even if I switch to Misdreavus, I can't use Pain Split on the same turn. Let's hope this works. Not betting on it. So... what are we gonna see this time around? Kinda saw this coming, but it's still disappointing.
Yeah, think you're tough.
I also think I'm not entirely lucky. Nice comeback, General. Okay, so... keep going, keep looking for DNA samples. Yep. Bit of a late welcome there, comrade. So I'm willing to bet this guy's got a Shadow Pokemon too, considering the pattern we've seen with these Cypher peons. Rhyhorn... and an Ariados. I figured there would be one. Ariados and Ladian are pretty much counterparts in the gold and silver versions. I want to say Spinrack and its evolved form Ariados are exclusive to the gold version, while Ladybug and Ladian are exclusive to the silver version. Did I say silver twice? Okay, I'll find out soon enough in editing. Right, we don't want to use Psybeam against Ariados. That would be really stupid. We'll use Return. Bubble Beam against Rhyhorn, that'll knock it out easily. Okay. Looks like we've got a nice weak move to slowly whittle down Ariados' HP. In fact, it's tempting to use Confusion, but I'm worried that it'll do too much damage. Okay, and Grovyle. Ooh, Sludge Bomb. That's a pretty nasty move to be on the business end of. Alright, Misdreavus. That Pain Split can come in handy. Kinda risky, but let's use Shadow Ball. Octillery, use Aurora Beam on Grovyle. Okay, good. Another Shadow Ball should be enough to bring Ariados' HP within manageable levels. Ouch! Thankfully, Pursuit isn't one of the more powerful dark moves. Okay, Octillery, you're not going to be using your turn unless Misdreavus is reduced to very low HP. Okay. Misdreavus, another Shadow Ball. Please, no critical hits. Octillery, just gonna call you. I just had to say, please, no critical hits. Frick frack. Right, I never gave him a voice. Alright, so, Revival Herb. I imagine Espeon might not like me after this is over. So, let's see, anything useful in here? Aha! DNA sample. Okay, I've also been looking at a map on the strategy guide. The map didn't say anything about that sample. So, something to note if you guys have the strategy guide. The map is wrong. And full restore. That's always nice to have. Fully restores HP and also heals any status condition. Alright, don't see any DNA samples here. Doesn't look like it. There's a scientist, though. Well, a researcher. Whatever. What in the name of... How do you two avoid the eyes of our security staff? Oh, they caught us easily. None of them were smart enough to trigger the alarm, however. So, I'm guessing, from what we've seen of previous researchers, that this guy has no shadow Pokemon on him, but we'll see soon enough. Down goes Espeon. And what about Octillery? Okay, Octillery withstood it. Something worth pointing out. They had used a few screeches before to lower Espeon's defense. You didn't duck from security, you walked all over them. Yep, just as I walked all over you. Do whatever you want. It's too late now. We're finished with our research. What you're doing is futile. That sounds like a challenge, comrade. Alright, so let's use a revive on Espeon this time around. I'm guessing there are no DNA samples here. Don't see anything. Or maybe I've grabbed 3 of them already and I just forgot. Well, easy enough to look. Yeah, we've got 3. Alright, so one of these leads... Oh! Sweeties, you've caused enough mischief already. No, I'm still of the opinion that there's more mischief to be caused. So how about you hand over that Granbull? Judging by its level, I'm willing to bet it's a Shadow Pokemon. Yep. Okay, let's use a Psybeam. I wouldn't be surprised if Granbull could withstand it, though I also wouldn't be surprised if I was tempting fate with those words. Well, let's see. Okay. Confusion will be enough to weaken her to the point at which I can capture her. Assuming Espeon doesn't faint first. Well, let's see. Strength. That is really gonna hurt. Okay. Let's send Furret out. He hasn't seen much action lately. Alright, Furret. Use Strength on Vigoroth. Octillery, your Psybeam shouldn't be enough to finish Granbull off unless we get a critical, and now that I've said that... Okay, good. Well, that HP is a bit high. Part of me that wants to use Furret's quick attack on Granbull, but there's another part of me that's really worried that it'll knock Granbull out. Let's use Strength on Linoon. Altaria, use Sing. That should at least, hopefully, keep Granbull from moving. Okay. You still have Tail Whip? Why? Strength on Linoon. Item let's start tossing Ultra Balls. I'm not betting on it working, but it's always worth a shot. Okay, never mind. Nice to see my luck with Shadow Pokemon hasn't completely run out. Says the guy who already caught a few of them in the lab. Your mischief is going overboard! Okay, revival herb time. Sorry about this, you two. I know you don't like them. Okay. So let's head over to the DNA analyzer. At least I think it's down this one. Might be the other elevator. Okay, looks like it's this one. Blah, blah. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Quilava. Remember these, comrades. Quilava, Raikou. Oh. And Croconaw. Alright. Remember that. Quilava, Raikou, Croconaw. Because we're going to need that information in a moment.
Well, what are outsiders doing here? Why isn't security doing their job?
They are doing their job, except for the whole triggering the alarm business. But as you can plainly see, they are not enough. Alright, let's take out that electrode before it can use Explosion and knock Espeon out again. Rain Dance, that is bad. That'll make Thunder hit with 100% accuracy, which means Octillery is screwed if we don't do something fast. Octillery is screwed. Well, let's counter that Rain Dance with something else. Typhlosion, thankfully, has access to Sunny Day, if memory serves. Yes. Oh! Way to withstand it, Typhlosion. Way to get paralyzed, Typhlosion. Now that Magneton will probably hit first and knock Typhlosion out before he can pull off a Sunny Day. Why am I even showing? Okay, good. Sunny Day. That reduces Thunder's accuracy to 50%. And, as it just so happens, Magneton is part Steel, which makes it weak against Flame Wheel, which is in turn boosted by Sunny Day. Of course, this is all assuming Typhlosion doesn't get knocked out, which looks like it's going to happen. Why am I even commentating on this battle? I mean, it's not as if there's a Shadow Pokemon on Kotan's team. Alright. Furret. Your turn. Takedown. That's gonna hurt. Not enough, however. Alright. Espeon, another Psybeam. Furret. Use Strength on Magneton. Won't do a lot of damage, but it'll still do some damage. With Typhlosion out of the fight, we don't really have a solid anti-steel option. Thunder. Will it hit? Yes. That's a pity. Oh well, 50% accuracy means you're still seeing it hit half of the time. Well, statistically speaking, anyway. Let's use Helping Hand this time. Something tells me Psybeam is going to do a lot more damage than Strength could. But we shall find out in a moment. Nice. Unfortunately, it didn't confuse Magneton. And down goes Furret. Oh well. You did a decent job, Furret. Would have been nice if you had stayed conscious a bit longer, but oh well. Alright, so, Confusion. Let's not waste a Psybeam on this one. And Dragon Breath. Even though Confusion's gonna knock Magneton out.
Ah, crud! There's no way I'm going to let you go!
You're not security, though. Yep. So he actually did the smart thing and set off an alarm. Just had to open my mouth. Alright, no, that's scripted. I already knew about that for some time. Alright, so Revival Herb time. Sorry about this, everyone.
Hi, I heard the alarm, so I came running.
More like dropping down, but yeah. Alright, Vibrava. I really want to catch that. How much you want to bet I'll fail? Alright. I must not use ice moves against Vibrava, so no Aurora Beam. Kecleon has a special ability called Color Change. Makes it become the same type as whatever attack last hit it. Now let's start with a return against Vibrava, see how far that gets us. We'll use a Psybeam on Kecleon. Okay. Yeah, just one more of those. Otherwise, Vibrava's gonna get knocked out by a third return. Getting kind of tongue-tied. Alright. So now that it's a Psychic type, it's not going to do as much damage with Strength. Alright, another return. And now let's use Bubble Beam, since Psybeam isn't going to do much I should have used Aurora Beam instead. Okay. Another Shadow Rush. Let's do something about that Vibrava. Alright, that might work to our advantage. I can have Altaria sing Vibrava to sleep, in theory. Because I'm pretty sure Vibrava's ability is Levitate. Which means it will be vulnerable to sing. Psybeam against Kecleon. Well, at least it's not using Shadow Rush. Downside is that's because Dragon Breath is very good against Altaria. And has paralyzed her. Lovely. Let's use... Actually, no, we'll use Sing. Artillery, use Aurora Beam, actually. I want that Vibrava asleep.
Clean!
Okay, Furret. Actually, no. Typhlosion. Typhlosion has Smokescreen. That can make Vibrava's attacks less accurate. Alright, Bubble Beam against Kecleon. That should take it out. Excuse me. Keep it up with the smoke screens before Vibrava knocks herself out. Forget about the support. We need to do something about Vibrava. Fast. Right. Smoke screen. It's time to start using those Ultra Balls. Work? Probably not. See soon enough. And... Phew! Okay. Vibrava is a really good Pokémon, so I'm glad to have caught her. No, Smoke Screen against Kadabra is never a bad thing either. Go ahead and gang up on Kadabra. After Swellow hits, of course. Alright, and I'm guessing Bubble Beam will be enough to finish Kadabra off. What does Suction Cups do? That's Octillery's ability, obviously. I'm guessing it allows Octillery to hold on to its item no matter what. Oh well. I can just read up on it, and of course, by now you've seen the explanation in text at the bottom of the screen. Right. know what? We'll use a Roar Beam. Should do more damage against a flying type. Way to withstand it, Typhlosion. Okay, a Roar Beam won't be necessary.
You're too strong, little boy.
Little boy. I'm 24. And for that matter, Shurik doesn't look that young either. Alright, but... I've hit my time limit, or gotten close enough that it's not going to make much of a difference. So, I will see you next time.